All right. Hey.
Boo.
Bam.
That
How
like
are you?
melted my ears. That's like perfect to have with headphones on, and you're like,
That's how you get amped up for the show.
right. It's like, yeah.
And
Now,
wait. Okay, so welcome to the first episode of season 3, I think, of Åkkä ChitChat. And we have the Woofman here. I'm super stoked. Vice!
Hi,
Hello! Vice. Artemis, hello! I see more people than what I see here, so come on, people. Guys, like, share, follow, smash that bell, all that stuff. We are over on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch tonight. Not doing Patreon. Titties! They say nice as fuck. So, okay. There we go. Thank you. Sorry. Sometimes I do show prep in the middle of the show. All right. So they are, though. Well, thank you. So tonight we have Woofman. And, okay, what haunt are you at?
Well, I work at Sinister Sydney. That's my main haunt.
I knew that.
I've also appeared at Madness a few times and also at Eagle Hollow. Hey, there I am.
See,
and that one might look familiar.
Right? That's why I brought it up. You said Sinister Sydney. I remembered that I had this picture.
That's like both of my worlds colliding right there. Because you got Doc in the background and you've got Elysium in the foreground, and I'm in the middle like,
what's going on?
It's all colliding.
They says, "Hi, Woofman."
Have ass.
So
now, I work mainly at Sinister Sydney, but I've also worked at Madness and Eagle. We all three work together as the Terror Trinity. We promote each other. We help each other out.
Nice.
We all team up together and just try to get a little bit of attention to the smaller haunts, because Sinister Sydney is a smaller haunt, but I tell you what, it's pretty scary.
That's what I've heard. Hello, Henry.
Hi, Henry.
So I've been hearing some awesome things about Sinister Sydney. I mean, I've had a few people on.
Yeah, Gravedigger, of course.
Exactly.
He was on not that long ago. He's actually at a movie premiere. He would be here tonight. He was in a movie.
Oh, no, that's right.
Yeah.
That's tonight?
Yep. I was like, really, dude?
Man.
But it's all good. I mean,
if I had
I'm proud of him.
Tonight,
it's pretty awesome.
If I had known it was tonight, I would have said we should do it tomorrow.
And I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that he did just extend like the length that you walk through the haunt to 0.666 miles.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
He was going to do it, and he was super excited about it. And now we can confirm that he has.
I think he has. Not confirmed, but I think he has.
Okay,
I was down there last Saturday, and it did seem a little bit bigger, but there's newer areas that we just opened up last year. But I tell you what, it's a blast. I couldn't ask for a nicer haunt family.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Mike and Lori, they're very awesome. They say we're all family, and a lot of people try to shove that shit down your throat, but they actually mean it. And I've learned so much just by watching, learning, doing with them. And then not only them, but also all the scurry face people. They've kind of helped me along and said, well, why don't you try this or that?
I love that. I love everybody helping each other out.
Yeah, it's how it should be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that it shouldn't be a competition among people. I mean, aside from like sass and shit like that.
Right. But that's all in good fun anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So it shouldn't be this competition between everybody getting upset with each other or, whatever is going on.
Right.
It just needs to be everybody coming together and helping each other because we're all doing this because we love it.
Right.
it's not because, well, I mean, I guess some people are doing it because they think they're going to get famous. I mean, I don't know
how
they're going to, but
yeah.
like some people, I guess, do it for that purpose. Hi, Kisa.
Hello.
But the majority of people that I've met in the haunt industry do it because they love what they're doing.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that I've run across, and I'm going to actually ask you basically if you've had this happen. But
Okay.
I know that personally I run into a lot of people who are like, okay, hold on. Anal. Hey, JD. It was just perfect timing. I run into a lot of people who give almost a dirty look when you're like, oh yeah, no, I work at a haunt. And they're like, what the fuck is that? Well, I scare people.
Get ready for a long story on this one because
I love it.
I've been playing this character for 10, 11 years now. I work on a small production TV show, Dr. Sanguinary's Creature Feature. CreatureFeatureTV.com is the website where you can catch us. Ooh, I play a lazy werewolf. It's not much of a stretch. I just put makeup on. I mean, yeah. No. We've been doing it for about 10 years. And we used to film at the Scottish Rite building in Omaha, which is right downtown. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's like breaking news. And I don't know how you can see most of my costume. I have a robe on, pajama pants, and usually whatever t-shirt of my choice. Now, I noticed something about where this place is. It's right downtown. If I walked out in a suit and had a cigarette, everybody was, oh, hey, how are you?
Wait, what? You said what? Scottish.
Yeah, the Scottish Rite. When I would wear the suit, everybody was super nice. Now, when I was dressed like I am now without makeup, they thought I was homeless and they'd like, which is really sad in itself. And
yeah.
Tells a lot about people.
Oh, absolutely. But I laugh because it's like,
right.
Really? You're going to assume?
And then when I'm dressed fully, they're like, almost the same thing, just not so much of they're ashamed to look at me. They're like, no, it's too early. So I've gotten all three of those looks. I've actually only been in the haunt industry. This will be my third season.
To be fair, though, you've been doing, to be fair, to be fair, you have been doing other aspects that are similar, if not almost harder sometimes. Because I feel like, oh, go ahead.
It can be, and I'm looking at doing something new this year. I'm not going to talk about it until after it's done because don't want to jinx it. But I'm looking at doing something new this year at the haunt.
Hell yeah.
However, being this character and on this TV show, we do a lot of improv. It's basically like they give me lines and I look at it and like as long as I get like a certain joke or a certain line in that sets up something else or is integral to the story, I could say it however I want.
Yes.
I mean, like most of Larry's rants, which that clip that I showed you, that's just one of hundreds of those types of situations where my character just goes off about something.
By the way, JD says, that's awesome, man. 3 years is a great thing.
Well, thank you. And we'll get to that in a minute, though, because this has been an interesting journey because one of the pictures I showed you, the zombie look, two good things happened out of that. And that was my first attempt at makeup.
Let me grab that one while we're...
Yes.
Because I mean,
roll the foot. Whoa.
Let's be fair. We already see this, but I wanted to bring it up. So let me grab. There it is.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
This one.
That was actually a later thing. I was trying to make my face look like stone and blood, but something similar to that. That's that was the basis of the character. Two good things happened when I wore that makeup within a week of each other.
That one?
Yes. That was my Hellbilly Deluxe pose.
You're missing the X.
Yeah, I hadn't got there yet. But I met Dr. Sanguinary when I was DJing a club. It wasn't a club. What was it? It was one of the motorcycle groups that they get together and they hate wearing helmets. They want all the biker rights and stuff. It was their Halloween party, and I was.
It's
DJing.
like a wannabe MC.
No, it's an actual like political type organization.
Oh, those. Okay.
I was DJing a party, and Dr. Sanguinary come up, and he gave me a T-shirt, and we talked. I was like, okay. Well, 6 months later, I ended up meeting him at another event, and I'm on the show. I played a pimp for my first role, and then we came up with the Wolfman. He had a different Wolfman that I played, but that Wolfman got killed, and then I kind of helped with this one. This one's more laid back and just like, hey,
I like it.
How's it going? It's like Spicoli, Dude, and Tommy Chong all in werewolf form.
Yes.
But
you might need a tutu if you're doing the whole Cheech and Chong thing.
I was dressed up as a zombie, and I met my girlfriend. And we are still together. And she puts up with so much from me. I have to give her a shout out because
this one?
Nope.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. She's family. That's one of the nurses. I didn't send you one of her because we don't take a lot of pictures together.
Okay. Because I have 2 pictures of you. Well, 3 pictures of you with other people.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. But
go ahead.
I met her in that makeup, and she's like, "Don't stand behind me. You look creepy." I'm like, "Awesome." And then about 6 months later as well, we were dating, and we've been together ever since. And she puts up with me.
Hi, Tyler.
Yeah, doggy style. It's Wolfie style, actually.
Doggy style and chit chat. And then we need to go back to 17th door so I can muff dive again. Yes, she fell directly into my muff.
Yeah, fell.
She tripped and fell.
Just like old Elaine on Seinfeld. Hi.
I don't know how I ended up with so many wood chips in my pants, but
wow. Okay, what's that commercial? No. So we started doing this show, and we've chimichanga.
Chimichangas.
That sounds really good with a lot of the cheese.
Yes.
But we started filming the show. I've been, like I said, involved in that for like 11 years now. And then one year I heard Gravedigger on a local radio station. And me and him have been friends for a long time because we've actually gone through his haunt with the show.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, it sounds like fun. He's like, you want to come out and haunt? I'm like, sure. And I went out and haunt. And I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. This isn't exactly what I would want to do, but yeah, this is fun. So then I talked to him that summer and said, hey, can I come join? He's like, yeah. And he told me he wanted me to be a butcher. He's like, I think you'll do good in that room. I'm like, okay.
I can see that.
I was like, what kind of costume do you want me to do? He's like, whatever. I trust you. Whoa. So I took a cheap white plastic mask and put a bunch of latex on it.
Oh, wow.
And that was my character.
That's really cool.
Well, and I don't like to talk about it too much, but Scurry Face came through that night and I got Tyler.
I don't like to talk about it too much, but hey, Tyler.
I gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I watch. No, but that actually, I think, helped me win the Scream Award of the Year for that year. I was the Haunter of the Year. I'm like, okay, cool. So then this last year, I was like, well, we'll just go on that design and we'll do a little bit better.
Okay.
That's actual stitches that I put in them.
Hey, that's rough.
And both
Gotcha,
of these have purse straps, and I'm about to piss off all the women because I used a Madden purse. One of them expensive purses I found. I got the straps off and just did that.
So what you're saying is you wear a strap on.
Right. And then this year I've got something in the works. Of course, you won't see it till after, because I do a statue scare.
Love it.
They come into my room. It's super creepy. I'm going to play some like 30s and 40s jazz standards really low to kind of get that creep factor, because for some reason that era of music is just so creepy. And I just stand really still, and then when people walk by, I just run my blade across the metal.
Ooh.
I've had so many people piss themselves and shit themselves. The only thing they haven't done is puke themselves, and that's going to be something that I'll be doing this year, is seeing if I can get somebody puke. You know, Woofman needs goals.
Woofman got nards.
Well, yeah. Doc keeps wanting to get me fixed. I tell him, dude, I'm not broken.
No. Apparently, what's up? You know, I saw Tyler and I was like, oh, it's Tyler. This is Tyler Fleming from October Noir. He is the drummer.
Oh, nice.
But I just kind of like glazed over his message a second ago.
No, I was so that's not the Tyler. It is another Tyler.
Well, I mean, we have both Tylers in here right now. We've got this Tyler.
No.
And we've got this Tyler, but they're both like band pictures. And my brain just glossed over it. So, hi, Tyler. So, yeah, I totally didn't mean to. But apparently everybody wears strap-ons here.
All right. Well, you know.
So, just letting you know. Sorry for my interruption on that one. I totally squirreled. But here, what? So my brain keep your thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
At least Kisa got it. Wolfman got nards. So being in the haunt industry, initially when you first did it, you're like, oh, this is cool, but whatever. And then you kind of got stuck on it like the rest of us did.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so you play the butcher over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Wolfman.
Right.
And I'm going to butcher his name. But here we go.
Yeah, Dr. Sanguinary.
Which is an awesome name.
CreatureFeatureTV.com. Breaking news.
That is so rad. That is absolutely rad.
Yeah, we were goofing off in the lab one day, and it's like, hey, let's take some pictures. And then Doc's like, hey, let's do the Beatles. When they had the hamburger, because there's a Beatles where they have babies just like that. For those that don't know, I know you do. But
I love it.
We do a lot of parody. Like there was one episode we did called it was like the Honeymooners, and Larry was Norton, the next door neighbor. And it's like, oh, hey, Docky boy. Because, I do voices. So it allowed me to kind of still be the same wolf with a different perspective and a different character. And that's kind of how I took haunt acting. It's like, okay, who is the butcher? What is his deal? What is he about? I read a lot of stuff about it because, it's like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do this right. Especially driving an hour one way every night. If I'm going to put that much investment into it, we're going to do it right. And I studied some stuff. You shower and eat. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good. He needs to shower and eat.
You're like, I could smell him from here.
Right. It's like national. Whoa. But I just studied it a little bit, and everybody that I had talked to was like, well, he has to have not necessarily a backstory, but why is he doing it, what he's doing?
Yeah. Well,
What makes him tick?
It gives you a better idea of
how to portray it.
Yeah. I mean, like,
well, because Larry, when he was first introduced at a live show in Sioux City, Iowa, and they said it once.
Did I put it up
twice.
More times?
Oh, he's gonna be here. I was told the character is just a lazy wolfman that likes to play video games. I'm like, I can do that.
Right? Like, I got this.
I mean, I got to put makeup on and just, it's like they say in pro wrestling. I know you're a big wrestling person too, so you're going to love this. Every good character has some characteristic of that person just turned up to 11.
Yes.
It's turned up to 11. Like the Wolfman, yes, I am partially like this, but it's turned up to 11. Instead of down at like 2 or 3 where it normally is.
See, one of the things that I always like too with what you just said, like when we're all dressed wrestling on it, just because it's a little bit more universal, if that makes sense.
Champion.
Universal champion. Even when these people ended up with some of the dumbest characters, let's face it, some of these characters in wrestling really are stupid, but it's the person behind it that makes it good. So when you get a fun character that, okay, look, you're playing a werewolf that is in a robe that plays video games all day, and go.
Well, the robe was my idea because I just watched The Big Lebowski.
Nice.
And I was like, dude wears a robe. He's kind of chill. Yeah. And then, you got the Spicoli going on. And then, the voice is almost a Tommy Chong. Who's Tommy Chong's a little more like that, man. You just gravel it up a little bit, man. And there you go.
Fucking love it. It's fun when you get to do a character that you end up loving no matter what.
Yeah.
And maybe you started out going, I have no clue what the backstory is for this. I just thought it looked cool.
And that's actually what had happened was and I think all of us have this, at least any of the people in the chat that I've talked to, we all have an anxiety about doing it and doing it well.
Yes.
So I'm like, Mike's like, I trust you. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You're all.
So I tried to decide, okay, well, he's a butcher, so he'll have to have some kind of a smock.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, because of where I work at, I was working Fridays and Saturdays. My boss was letting me get off at 4:30, but that still wasn't getting down to the haunt till about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And we usually opened around 7-ish. I like to get there a little early, get ready.
Yeah.
So it was like, this is an easier way than putting on makeup, even though like this is like 20 minutes. But just put that on. I'm good to go. Get the wig all pulled out. And I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to do that, how am I going to make it look? The bad thing is the first one I showed you only took me a week to do. The second one with the stitches took me 6 months, but the first one looks better.
Matter of opinion. I think they both look awesome.
Right, but you are your worst critic.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think the first one looks a bit better. It was just the design of how to keep it on. This year I've got a new thing that I'm trying. So every year you evolve, not only with your costume, but something like, actually the first year I wore a smock that had faces on it all stitched together, but it was starting to deteriorate because it had been in the haunt for years. So then what did I use? I think I just used a plain smock last year and just splattered it.
Nice.
But yeah, just sit still and then I'll chase them. Or and if it's somebody I know, I definitely mess with them.
Oh yeah.
It's
See,
like,
I like statue scares.
then you can like, and it's a different way of acting because with Larry, it's like, ah, here I am. How you doing? With old Butcher, it's when he does talk, it's like almost like the first Kane back to wrestling. He would only say like one or two words. And I have that mask set to where it rested right on my chin. So if it would move. So I would go up to somebody and open my jaw, but it would look, the mask was moving. I'd go like the whole mask was moving and I was sniffing them. And then sometimes I would just mess with them. Appleberry or cinnamon, and then walk away. They're like, what? And then there's other times I've got people running out trying to get the hell away from me because they think I'm gonna choppy.
I love it. I love it. My brain just stopped again. What you know what? Because I'm going to go into the show in a little bit here because I got it to upload.
Oh yeah.
But so going into the haunt, I asked this to a lot of people. What, if any, music do you use to get amped up going over there?
Well, the signature song for the Butcher is "Into the Foundry" by Metallica and the Symphony, the San Francisco Symphony. It's
S&M.
all,
hell yeah.
It's no lyrics. They're playing this original song that some dude wrote back in the 1800s. I can't remember the first part of it. He talks about it. I'm like, yeah, fast forward.
You're all sorry.
But basically, they're playing this classical piece of music, and then Metallica joins them instead of the symphony joining Metallica like they do on the rest of the songs.
Yeah.
But usually anything crunchy.
Okay.
Like, like the metal. I'm not into the harder stuff anymore. I mean, my idea of the harder stuff would be probably like your older Panteras and Slayer, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, fucking Slayer.
Yeah, fucking Slayer.
I used to have a shirt that I got from a Slayer concert that said fucking Slayer.
But then there's other times, one of the things that I'll be doing this year, like I said, is I'll be playing 30s and 40s jazz standards.
I like that.
Like the old song, I think it's the Gershwin Orchestra, "Nice Work If You Can Get It."
Ooh. Okay.
They have underlying themes to them too, because then the other ones, "I've Got You Under My Skin." And it's this lady, "I've got you under my skin," just at a low volume. That can be pretty creepy.
Well, it kind of has the same, well, in my head, of course, the same feeling as what they did with Fallout.
Yeah.
Where you have the old music in there, and you're going through, because I've played through all of them at this point. I always liked in New Vegas in particular.
Everybody that I've talked to that is a Fallout fan says that. I've only played 4 and 76.
I'm currently playing 76.
I just I don't play online games a lot, so it's I don't like people.
Yeah, I team up sometimes, and then I realize why I don't like teaming up with them, unless it's my core group of friends that I'm already friends with that are on there.
Right.
But I team up with randos from time to time, and it's oh, fuck you. Now I know why I don't do this.
Right. It's I'd rather just go in private mode and do my thing.
Oh yeah.
But actually, the thought was the old, well, I guess it's old, Jeepers Creepers, the first one.
Yes.
Because they use that style of music. I'm like, but obviously I can't use that song.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's trademarked now.
Well, they all are. But
well, this one, the song "Set the World on Fire" still isn't. You know how we know? We use it.
We have our ways of knowing these things.
It's what's it called? My brain just stopped. Fair use.
public domain.
Yeah, public domain fair use. Because
Yeah,
we also
Creature
do
Feature knows a lot about that because that's the movies that we show. Although some of them are actually pretty good. Like Attack of the Killer Shrew.
Yes.
It sounds ridiculous, but that is such a great movie.
I do know that one. So the impression I get is that you guys basically do MST3K type stuff.
No.
That's the because remember, I haven't watched
right
most of it. I haven't seen most of it.
Basically, what we do is we're a comedy horror host.
Okay.
We have a little skit. Now we quit doing the movies this season.
Okay.
But previous seasons, we would have some shitty movie, and we would even make fun of having a shitty movie. And we would have like, I'm trying to think of like, something would happen, then we'd have a commercial, we'd show the movie, then we'd come back and see what had happened, have a commercial, show the movie, and then we'd come back for the ending, have a commercial, show the movie, and then have the goodbye.
Okay. That's kind of what we do periodically over here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it is episodic, but it's not like if you haven't watched it from day one, you wouldn't know what's going on because it's not really linear. We don't know what continuity is at all.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like me comparing it to MST3K. By the way, if you guys don't know what that means, Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yes. It's similar to before they watch. The difference is we don't sit and watch the movies and make the wisecracks.
Yeah.
But all the stuff before, it's kind of similar, but we actually like, hi kids, welcome to Creature Feature. And then Doc will kind of say something, what's going on. Sometimes it's just a quick start. It's chaos already. And then we have an issue. We see how the issue is dealt with, a possible resolution. And if not a resolution, it's usually hilarious. Like the one we've got on now, one of our nurses turns into a Godzilla-sized monster and tears up Omaha. Good times.
All I can think of is, dude, where's my car? I want to ride that ride, Daddy. Me too, son.
Me too.
Me too. So, before I play this video, one, I can play it, right? On the show.
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking before I like full on. I'm like, here you go, guys, and you're like,
we'll see you in court.
But also before I play it, if I can get my computer to actually not lag.
See, mine's so old I have to pull start it.
Well, right now that's what it's doing to me.
It's like an old school weed eater.
Am I frozen on any sides here? Okay. Here we go. Maybe.
Oh, it's not working.
Yeah, it's Facebook hating me right now.
Oh, the Book of Faces. How I hate thee.
Okay, so before we go into that, I don't have a commercial tonight, so I do have a small little ad though. So guys, remember that Scurry Face and Fancy Pants Patches in association with Frozen Swan Productions presents the SFWF live every Sunday at 7 p.m. on Twitch. And that's 7 Central, by the way. Come join each show featuring full match and commentary by Simbu, Darkfang, as the Scurry Face reps do battle inside the Scurry Nation for titles and bragging rights. Make sure you follow Scurryface_official on Twitch and turn on those notifications so you won't miss all the action. So that is my commercial for today.
Very well done.
Woo! Well, let's see what we got here before. Slippy!
Hey, Slippy.
What's up? And then... okay, here we go.
Well, we'll see. Never mind.
What?
I won't spoil it.
No one did. Okay. Here you guys go.
So what is it you do?
Well, I mean, really, what is it that any of us do? I mean, we're just kind of here on the Earth, just kind of hurtling through space, just kind of trying to find out each of our own destinies. I mean, it depends on the day. Like, some days I'll get up and, get an early breakfast, get right on the gaming right away to get everything going. And then like other days, I just kind of like to lounge in bed a little while and just kind of check out things on my phone, maybe watch the TV. And then like other days, it just totally depends. I might like have a vet appointment or just all kinds of things. So it's like, what do? I do all kinds of stuff. I mean, just like one day, check this out. One day, I bungee jumped. Why? Just because I can.
3 hours later. Oh, yeah.
Is I really, really like those little milk bone things. And I like to dip them in ranch. And like, it's just really good. It's nice and creamy and crunchy all at the same time.
Larry,
What?
he wants to know what you play.
Oh, what I play. Okay. Well, recently I've been playing this one where it's like these little cars and soccer. But then like I've also been playing the Lego games because like they take all the movies and like Lego them out. And you can like hit all the stuff on the sets and everything. And these Lego coins come out. And then sometimes I play football and hockey and wrestling. I'm trying to get Doc to make a sanguinary game, but he won't.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, what's wrong with me? Well, first, my mom smoked a lot when she was...
All right, enough of this guy. Just put him in the band. Give him something to do.
Oh, I can play drums.
Oh, well, fine. You can play the drums for my band.
Okay.
I love it.
That's a typical Larry encounter. He'll,
Hi, CJ.
he'll go from just one thing to another sporadically.
I feel like that's my life. I totally understood all of it.
Yeah. And it's most of those, about 80 to 90% is all improv. And I use the bullet points like, the old school wrestlers would.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I need to say this, this, and this. All right. So we'll just stretch it out.
I need to hit these marks, but we need like this much content. So
Well, I just keep going. I mean, I just keep going and going, and I'm like the Energizer Wolfie. And then they'll cut it, and he'll put that 3 hours later. Oh, yeah. Well, we changed it now. Now it's like you see a clock, and it goes an unspecified amount of time later. We've changed the look of the show.
constant roller coaster. Sorry,
Yeah.
wait. Hi, everybody. Odd Mama Incognito. Hello, Odd Mother.
Hello there.
And I got to bring this up. Phone's about to die, but I wanted to pop in and say hello, y'all. Missing you, Woodman. Or Manwood. Even worse, Manwood.
Wow. I mean, I love you, Slippy, but I'm
Wolfman.
not looking for that kind of commitment in a relationship at this time. Here's a free 8x9 color glossy photograph that I'll sign, and goodbye.
Manwood.
It's good seeing you, buddy.
He's a Wolfman. I mean, not Manwood.
Well, hey, to each their own. I don't judge. Wolfmen are pretty non-judgmental. It takes too much effort to judge.
Right?
And Wolfmen are not about effort. I mean,
Oh my goodness. Hold on.
just if it's
No.
like finishing a game or something.
Well, I mean, even then, like, I personally, if
Oh,
it
it
gets to take a little too
depends.
long, I'll just kind of be like, I'm going to put this down for a while.
Although I am looking forward to the new Star Wars game.
We know what Skippy's been.
I was thinking it, but I was trying to be nice. My mama
even better
takes care of
than-
that for us. Well played, sir. Well played.
It makes it even better that it says Skippy. Just the fact that it's Skippy instead of Slippy.
Yep.
Slippy, you are now Skippy.
And then one of my friends does a bunch of movies, and there's like a recurring character called Skippy, and one of the lines is "Shut up, Skippy." So there you go.
I always do. Look here, Skippy.
See, my stepmom, she would be like, "We're gonna have a chat, and I'm gonna tell you what." I'd be like, "What?" I would get in trouble for that stuff. Go out yonder and play. All right, where's yonder? Yeah.
But where is yonder? Is it,
Right.
is it like further out? Is it?
I'm sorry. It's how you learn is to ask questions. Apparently, it triggered something.
That was something when I moved to the South and you ask directions.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you're just going to go on yonder down
Go
to the
down
old,
by the holler
like,
a little bit.
Murphy's house. Take a left. There's going to be a stump on the side of the road. Take a right. And you're like, streets? Direction? Fine!
Oh, it's just up yonder a bit. I would get in trouble for asking you what yonder was and what was the other one. She tried to tell me that they called this one place, they call them hollers because they would holler down the hill to each other. I'm like, no, they don't. I say, where do you come up with this?
That's not why they're called hollers.
No, it's hollow.
Yeah. And it's just pronounced differently.
I speak pretty fluent Southern.
Skippy Manwood, thank you very much.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a porn name.
Well, I mean, one of them's looking up a peanut butter. The other one's looking up
Manwood.
That's, if you notice, we'll point. That's true. You do. They do. And I love that there's a ton of Southerners in here right now. So.
Right. Hey, I was born in Huntsville, so I'm Southern by the grace of God. And it is funny when I hang out with my family that's more Southern, I'll pick up the accent just a little bit more.
Just a tiny bit. Yeah.
I get the twang going, but
Yes.
oh gummy time.
Gummy time. Oh, yeah.
Gummy time.
I was trying not to scratch my nose, but it has to happen.
Welcome to my world.
I'm all. It's my septum ring.
I get it. And even if you're picking your nose, it's your show. I mean, hey.
Oh, that actually hurt a little.
That's if you want to pick your nose, go right ahead. It's your show.
Gummy Skippy Manwood. This is getting worse.
Where can I get canceled?
Because they holler across the valley to each other too. Okay.
All right.
It's been confirmed. Darn tootin'. Okay.
Well, I know bless your heart isn't necessarily a good thing.
Oh, I know that one.
I do know that.
Moving to the South as a Californian with purple and black hair.
Where did you move to?
Tennessee.
Where at?
I was in a town called Murray City. It's like population 1,000 something.
Oof.
Yeah. The church sign said something about me.
Oh.
And apparently it was a whole thing because I did have a pentagram on my arm at the time. And yeah, it was a whole ass thing. And I was just like, okay. So then I turned 21 when I lived there and I tried to get a job at a bar. The interview went really well until he asked, where are you from? California. Oh, fuck this shit, damn Yankee. Huh?
Well, whenever somebody says California, my generation has to say city of Compton.
Yep. In the city. Can't wait to go over yonder and see y'all. You heard? Skipper's now doing the what? What?
Shagit.
Shaglit. How rude.
I'm going to stop typing now. That's usually me because I got stubby thumbs. So I'm trying to.
Got these little thumbs.
And then like autocorrect says ducking. I'm like, that's not what I said.
I don't think anybody has ever meant ducking.
Right. Or the one that keeps getting me is they, and it wants to spell it Thay. It's like, no,
right,
I was trying to spell that.
I mean, I ended up, when they called me a damn Yankee, I ended up going, we're further south than you are.
Right. Well, that's when I just say, hey, I was born in Alabama, so either.
Well, no, I don't get called a Yankee. I get called a damn Yankee.
It's like I never played with Ted Nugent or Tommy Shaw.
Though my family has met Ted Nugent. Okay, so shit. Not Yankers. Ducking night, y'all. Night slipper.
Good night, Manwood.
Good night, Gummy Skippy Manwood.
The third.
The third.
Esquire.
You beat me to it. God damn it. Hi, Skippy. I can't with you guys tonight. This is fucking great.
Yeah, I love it.
I love everybody in here. This is fantastic. New hot character.
Oh, God.
Skippy Manwood. Oh, God.
I do know that Gravedigger has a bunch of severed penises he bought at the latest convention. So, you might be able to hook a Skippy up.
I'm afraid to ask why.
Well, why not?
And
so that
also,
way he could walk around and says, I got a bag of dicks.
I would also make one of those really thin rooms and then glue them to the wall.
Yeah, I don't think they will be in the haunt because we're worried about underage people being in there. So.
Damn it. Because I would.
Yeah.
That would be
I thought of with my new character, he would have one in a hot dog bun and say, "Want a bite? It's a little salty." And they're like, "No, you probably shouldn't do that." Fine.
If you put enough in a room that's like barely wide enough to get through, no matter what, you're going to get smacked in the face by at least two.
Right. Because then he had some really cool finger keychains too. That's actually like my keychain. People will see it hanging out of my pocket and be like, he's got a finger hanging out of his pocket. I'm like, yep.
Ha!
That was when we did the parade for the Sydney Rodeo.
Apparently he is changing his name as we speak to Skippy Manwood.
Oh,
Put them with wheelchairs. Put them on.
No, it's a slide like at Mystery Manor used to have that you go down and there's just dicks all around. You got to slide through.
Eye level.
Yeah.
What?
We call it the mushroom tap tunnel.
Everyone's coming out with black eyes and mushroom prints.
Right. What are you doing?
I swear to God.
I went to a haunt. I'm sure it was haunting.
Yeah, haunt. Sure. Moonlighting as a fluffer. Put them in with the wheelchair. See, the image I have with the wheelchairs is just wrong, so I guess. See if you put them. No. Look, one-eyed monster. Glad that one popped up. So, you said you've been doing the. Why can't I remember his name? There we go, Doctor
Sanguinary.
Sanguinary. Yes. See, when I look at it, I can say it, but you said you've been doing that for about 10 years?
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah, we've been on a multitude of different stations. Like that one, looks like that's WOWT WNBC Omaha.
Nice.
And the shirt I'm wearing is actually the CW Twin Cities. That's
rad.
We're currently on in the Twin Cities and in Des Moines. But you can just go on to the website and we put up the same episode that we show. Breaking news, creaturefeaturetv.com. And if you'd like to get a cool shirt, these do glow in the dark.
Fuck yeah.
I had to stop wearing them to bed. I was like, why, honey? She's like, the last thing I want to see before we go to bed is seeing Dr. Sanguinary. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. because it would all glow like that greenish, light greenish glow that you get. And actually, the interesting thing about Dr. Sanguinary is he is not the original Doc. Yeah, that's not the original guy. From 1971 to 1983, there was a local guy named John Jones, and he was a producer at the local CBS affiliate now, Channel 3, KMTV. Well, they had some time to spare because, it was the early 70s and there's nothing on. There's no such thing as infomercials yet. So they're like, well, we'll put this show on, and he would dress
love
up.
songs of the 60s.
Right. All in one easy cassette. 2 albums. He would host this horror show, and he was allowed to show the more popular movies of the time, but not all of them were the good ones either.
Yeah.
But a lot of small markets, or not small markets, but a lot of markets had that. Like, you grew up in California and in the South a little bit. There was probably a horror host that would show movies like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I still watch stuff with like Joe Bob Briggs.
Right. His is the same idea. He just refined it more.
Joe Bob's just fun.
The one I would watch was this guy named Sammy Terry. And he would host all the shows, and he had the creepiest laugh. He'd be like,
if you look at the private comments, what I sent you was, I thought of Sammy Terry.
I didn't see that.
That's
did Calvin write that?
No, I did.
Oh, you know Sammy Terry?
I wrote a private message on your chat that says Sammy Terry is what I thought of.
Do you know of Sammy Terry?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's what I grew. That he was an Indiana guy. That's where I grew up, and I was watching him. I actually got to meet his son a few years ago. That's my profile picture for Larry the Wolfman.
I heard that his son's pretty chill too.
He was really cool. He's like, "What's this all about?" Because I had the shirt on. I was like, "Well, I do the same thing that you and your dad did." I was like, "But I do it in Omaha." And I was like, "And I used to watch your dad all the time." He's like, "Cool, let's get a picture."
That's so cool.
And he was in character, of course. And he's like,
"Yeah,
you're showing the next generation, so you're going to inspire somebody else." I'm like, "Well, that's kind of cool and scary."
Dr. Shock and Shock Theater with Dingbat out of Chattanooga.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
where I lived in Tennessee. I lived in Hickson, which is just northeast of Chattanooga.
So Murray City was like I ended up moving to Jackson, which is about 45 minutes outside of Memphis.
I'm going to Jackson.
So it was like on that side.
Mess around.
You know what's great?
Going to Jackson.
You know what they have in Jackson? I don't know, you may know. But they have a Casey Jones museum. Because that's
pretty cool.
I think where he crashed.
Riding that train.
Mm-hmm. High on cocaine.
Yeah. He didn't watch his speed, man.
But I always was like, oh, I thought he was born here. And then I started looking. I'm like, oh, you guys are almost as morbid as me.
Cool.
Like, sweet.
Well, here it's not a Miss Horror Host. Well, check out creaturefeaturetv.com. Ours is a little more comedic at this point, but it's interesting and it's fun. And we have movies on some of them. Some of the newer ones we don't. That's just because of a financial.
Yeah.
Because you would not believe how much these itty bitty ass stations want to charge for their time. It's like I still use my antenna, so you get like your 0.1 and 2 and 3 and 4 channels or whatever.
Yeah.
Even to put something on one of those secondary and third channels, they're want like $300-400 an hour,
which is absolutely ridiculous.
An hour.
I mean,
and it's just like, yeah, and that's the small markets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's ridiculous for just an hour.
Yeah.
So if you're
and
doing
I'm just, that's not an exact number, but that's
No,
pretty close
but-
to what I think it is. It might be more, it might be less, but
That sounds about right.
it's ridiculous for these little channels out in the middle of nowhere. So that's why we started the website. And as I was saying, I was talking about the original doc.
Yeah.
He was on channel 3 here locally, and he would do all the creepy movies.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, he got skin cancer, and he did end up passing
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
back
that.
in 1985, 86. I'm not for sure. I'd have to look up when he passed. Christopher Palmer, who is the current Dr. Sanguinary, was doing a book about the original doc and met up with the Jones boys. And they're like, you kind of look like our dad without the makeup. You want to try it? He's like, yeah, why not? And just, it was almost like one of the stories, like a movie or something. He put on the makeup like The Mask, like, and he was like Doc. And he's got the voice very close. I mean, I do the voice sometimes too, and then laugh because Doc's always, hi, kids. And we go into that wasn't a very good Doc. So we've got the permission of the other people. It was nice meeting you too, Keith. So I hope your hubby gets to feeling better.
Sorry to interrupt. I wanted to make sure to say goodbye while she left. Well, she was still here.
You're good. We've got the permission from the Jones brothers, both of them, and actually one of them lives here in Omaha, and that's who cuts my hair. Because when I'm in human form, my hair goes about down to here, all the way around.
In fact,
and I keep
here you go.
Yeah. Whoa, that's my Joker. Why so serious? Let me tell you how I got my scars.
Very serious in that one.
Yeah. He owns a barber shop, and it's all horror themed.
Oh.
And he's got like the demons dogs from Ghostbusters.
Yes.
He's got one in the front door.
Oh,
Absolutely.
That's rad. That is rad.
And then he's got some original stuff from his dad. But Doc was writing a book, and he did finish the book, and he has it on the website as well. We've got books, shirts. We've got another shirt with the nurses. And if nothing else, guys, just watch to check out the nurses. That's was the marketing for.
It usually works too.
Right. All of our nurses are very talented young ladies as well, and they each bring a different vibe to their character. That's Nurse Shelby.
No.
She's known for the feet and the Crocs. That's her big shtick, or her gimmick, as the wrestlers would say.
So the orange spray tan thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm assuming it's supposed to be she tans a lot
No,
because it looks like. So what's? I'm curious now.
we were doing a spoof of the Willy Wonka exhibit that
Love
was
it.
all shit, and we did our own. And she was the Oompa Loompa, or one of them.
Love it. Even better than what I thought.
Yeah. We do a lot of satire and spoofs, or just silly stuff.
I actually have a picture here of the original Doc,
Okay.
I believe.
Yep, that is him. That is John Jones. Rest in peace.
I was looking for when he had passed,
Yeah.
and I found that picture. I was like, this is too cool.
Yeah. He was the guy that scared people in Omaha from 71 to like 83-ish, I believe.
That's awesome.
And much like Sammy Terry, because the original Sammy Terry passed away, his son started doing it. Sven Gulli is the only one that's still doing the original shtick, but he's gained a lot of weight. His comedy's gotten very old. I'm not trying to disparage the show.
No, it's just you're being honest.
And I don't like the new characters he's trying to introduce. It's like he's trying to, oh, well, I'm stepping back now, and these guys are going to now just either end it or find another actor that can do like what you did back in the 70s and 80s. Because this rubber chicken stuff is stale. I mean, and to be fair, we do some horrible comedy too. So,
to be fair, so do we.
yeah.
But I think it's one of those things where at least we think it's hilarious.
Right. And that's part of it.
And so if we think that something's funny, whatever. If somebody doesn't think it's funny like we do.
Well,
You
we've
know.
got a very talented crew as well. I would be remiss not to at least mention my brother
Yeah.
Moose Epperson. Not only does he film our episodes now, he also edits,
Ooh.
does 95% of the promotion, and he uploads a new video on creaturefeaturetv.com.
Down there.
Every Sunday morning, roughly at 5 a.m. Central Time.
Wow.
And he's also our show manager.
Nice. Heck
He-
yeah, dude.
Very talented individual that does a lot for our show that really has helped make it to what it is today, along with Doc and along with Nurse Lacey and the newer nurses that have come along with myself, and everybody here probably knows Tweaky.
Then everybody else needs to think it's funny too.
Exactly. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know Tweaky. I've known Tweaky for a long time. He's on the show as well, as you saw in the clip.
Yes.
He is Otis the Critter Getter. Basically like a Jack Hanna redneck.
Yes. That makes it like okay. When that guy did the Alabama Harry
Roll Tide.
Potter. The
It's
Roll Tide
required
Harry
by
Potter.
law. Anytime you say Alabama, you got to say Roll Tide. It's required by law.
Yeah, I know. I learned that when I was in Tennessee and they'd play the song Sweet Home Alabama. And everyone would scream Roll Tide Roll. And I was just standing in a bar going, I don't even know what the fuck's going on right now.
Is there a flood?
They're all screaming, Roll Tide Roll. I'm like,
Get my surfboard, man. Ride it out.
and so, but yeah, no, my brain stopped. Here we say go dogs.
Now, see here, they say I'm in Nebraska, so they say "Go Big Red," and it reminds me of that dude off the Goonies, the one with the weird eyes and ears, and they're like "Go Big Red."
See, I was in Tennessee, so go Vols.
Yeah, Rocky Top.
I'm all because I don't really cheer for any of the teams out here.
Oh, what? You're not a UCLA fan? No Trojans?
No Bruins, no Trojans.
Not even a San Diego State? Wow.
No. I mean, like, no. Go Hornets.
All right.
That's literally the school I played water polo for. We were the Hornets.
My mascot was the Marauder.
Oh, my high school mascot was the Comanche.
Ah, nice.
And we had this really hilarious mural painted in like the early 80s of like a Comanche like this.
Well, ours was like a Viking guy that had a tunic on and didn't look like he had like just the tunic, and it was like right above his his manhood.
Oh. So how many
And-
people drew dicks on it?
All of us. And he had a shield that had MV because it was Mount Vernon, and an axe like that. Like he was getting ready to strike.
There's
And
So-
then when I went to college, it was the Reaver, which is a river pirate.
There is a school. Okay. Greece. Rydell High.
Yeah.
It's actually Venice High School. And Venice High School, their mascot is the gondoliers. Drifting, not rowing.
Right.
Strikes fear in your heart.
Wow.
I think I'd rather go up against the Beavers.
Yeah. The damn Beavers.
The damn Beavers.
I wonder if that's what they call their stadium. The Beaver Dam.
Beaver Dam.
I would. I mean,
I totally would. Like the Ducks, we have the pond,
right.
you know, which is not really called the pond anymore. I think it's just called the Honda Center.
Disney presents a production of Honda Incorporated, brought to you by
That's pretty much. I mean, the Angels are the Los Angeles Angels of wait. The Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, but they're still in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're the Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles.
Right.
And then we've got the Ducks.
Well, at least they're not the Mighty Ducks anymore. I mean, that was kind of weak.
Hey, the Mighty Ducks were awesome. We used to, so do you know who their mascot is?
Donald?
No. Wild Wing.
Okay.
And he has a duckbill shaped hockey mask.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else, like a strap on.
Strap on. He does have to strap it on.
Well, there we go.
And we went full circle. But he used to come out and dance around to the song Wild Thing, but they changed it to Wild Wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, out here we have a Buffalo Wild Wing.
Well, I mean, we got that too. But I don't think anyone goes in there and goes, Wild Wing.
Well, hey, there's a marketing idea. Write a commercial,
no.
$1 million. There you go.
Get money because they sing Wild Wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Disney's going to sue me and them.
And whoever else.
And
because you signed up for Disney Plus, and then we'll have to go to arbitration.
Okay, you saw that.
Yeah.
So anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, apparently a doctor died from
His
an
wife
allergic
got
reaction.
Food poisoning, or it was some like allergic reaction to food that wasn't supposed to be in what she ordered.
Yeah, she said, or I guess she was reassured multiple times. And so the widower has decided to sue Disney. And Disney said, well, when you got your free trial of Disney Plus
4 years ago,
you signed that you will never take us into like arbitration. You would have to actually do it.
You can't take us to court. It'll go to arbitration.
There we go. I had to switch that around.
You had it
But
right. It was just reversed.
Yeah. So that's why I was all, but yeah. So like they have to do arbitration rather than court. And I was like, no. Well,
I did read today that has been reversed.
That can't be legal at all.
Yeah, I did read today that has been reversed. That it will go to a trial. Disney said no, that's not right, and said okay, we'll go ahead and go to court.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that was smart of the lawyers, though.
Well, I mean, they're already screwing up Star Wars. I mean,
that's why when you said Star Wars earlier, I was all,
Yeah, I know. I've seen. I mean, I'll say it. The Acolyte. The best part about it was when the lightsaber changed. That was pretty cool.
They had like a couple cool scenes,
but there was nothing of substance. You could sink your wolfy teeth into.
I was so upset because I'm like, the Mandalorian was cool up until a point. Then it started kind of petering off.
It was good, and then they got rid of Baby Yoda, and I'm like, cool. Now we'll get to see Mandalorian stuff. And then they're like, oh, Book of Boba Fett. Here's a little green bastard again. It's like, great.
Because everyone was like, no!
Well, they need to quit listening to the fans and just do the stories as they were intended.
Because people would enjoy it. Gummy hit, feeling good, watching Big Bang Theory on Åkkä ChitChat. It's a good fucking night. Damn right.
Bazinga.
Arbitration is to avoid a jury and court fees. Disney probably realized that they'd pay out more if they were forced into court.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and my understanding is the dude wasn't wanting a lot either. It was like $100,000 or something. It was not like a lot of money, especially compared to Disney. I mean,
yeah,
that's like giving a bum $1 for us.
Right. Oh, by the way, ours was a Patriot, and no shit, they shot a cannon at the start of the football games and pep rallies.
Hell yeah, they did. But if it was like when I went to school, we were still allowed to have gun racks in the back of our trucks. And
that's never been a thing here in California.
Well, but we're also Midwestern rednecks. We might have to go deer hunting first thing in the morning before we go to get schooled.
See, that was a thing in Tennessee when I was there. But that was culture shock as fuck.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, one, there was a law that only changed right before I left, and I left in 2011. That a passenger could no longer carry an open container.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like that forever down there.
Yeah.
I mean, just some of the things that I saw, some of the things I did, it was like, I mean, it's past the what is it? The statute of limitations has run out. I ran moonshine a few times when I lived in Chattanooga. My cousin, he's passed away anyway, so it doesn't matter. He had a still and be like, "Hey, I'll give you some money if you go run this to this place and this place." I'm like, "All right."
I hear a lot of those stories too, which is hilarious to me.
And it wasn't a big deal because it was just bringing some corn whiskey to some of his buddies. Not a big deal.
My neighbor out there, my first neighbor, he didn't just do shine; he did flavored shine. He would do like elderberry and peach and cherry.
Elderberry.
Like the elderberry, I think was probably my favorite. But
did the snozberries really taste like snozberries?
I just remember. Oh, wait, get back here. I just remembered I have Black Forest Gâteau cake.
Wait a minute. What is Black Forest Gâteau cake?
I choked. It's like that really dark chocolate. Have you seen the meme where it was like, I want that goth lasagna?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Oh.
But with like not raspberry. Is it raspberry or is it cherry? Either one. Something fruity.
The missus made me a German chocolate cheesecake for my birthday.
Oh, yum.
Oh, it was amazing. Tales will be told of it.
Oh, in the early 80s, they couldn't get you for drunk driving because your car was an extension of your home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I mean, it's like, even in the very early 90s when I was down there, it was like, they didn't care if you would like go out and have a smoke if you were of age.
Yeah. They
didn't care if like you drank and drive as long as you weren't shit faced and it was like you're close to okay, well you just get home now.
Yeah, to be fair, we are not condoning drinking and driving by any means whatsoever.
No. Drinking and driving is bad, okay?
To be fair, I barely drink anymore. I haven't drank in a long time.
I haven't since last Christmas.
That's why I do weed.
Well, like I said, Tommy Chong, the dude in Spicoli. I mean, you connect the dots.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I smoke. That's why I do edibles, stuff like that, because that shit was just trashing my body.
Well, and you get up the next day and you're hungover.
Yeah, you feel like shit. It sucks.
And then it's like then you see all the money that you spent, at least me.
But we do promote eating and driving, guys.
Yes. Especially
absolutely.
Black Forest Gâteau cake or whatever.
Gâteau.
Yeah.
Gâteau. Cat. Black Forest cat cake. Gâteau. But yeah, I mean, yes, we do promote eating and driving.
Yes.
I can't survive if I'm not eating and driving.
Especially on a long trip, the little Arby's sandwiches are perfect because they're handheld.
Hey, Tony. Good to see you, man. Okay. I can't do Arby's.
Yeah.
I can do the horsey sauce, though.
Yeah, that's the good stuff there.
If you choke, you're fucked.
Well, no, because if what'll happen is you'll hit something, the airbag will go off, hit your diaphragm.
Car Heimlich.
Yeah, the Carlick maneuver.
The Carlick maneuver. What is it?
Little.
I want to like Arby's. I want to. I'm hungry too. I feel that. True.
I had Domino's.
All right. We're having cheddar wurst.
Ooh.
So I'm totally down for this.
Yeah.
I made the best soup yesterday.
Now it's back to food talk. You see, I've actually written a cookbook, though, so.
Rad.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Just a couple of different recipes that I've used and or found. Like, one of them is Sicilian sugo. It's basically just meatballs and sauce, or as Paulie Walnuts would say, gravy. Where's the gravy? I put some meat together and then like just get a little sear on them and then throw them in the sauce and let them cook for like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
I homemade the sauce. It's really good.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yep. And then
as the resident Sicilian here.
But yeah, I get the tomato paste and tomato juice and mix it all up, or tomato sauce rather, mix it all up with the garlic and oregano.
Gotta have all the garlic. All the garlic.
Yeah. It says use 1 bulb, but like we're going for 4, motherfucker.
Ooh, we got a question here.
Okay. I got an answer. It might not be a good one, but
I don't really have an answer. Who y'all think is going to win Bash in Berlin?
for which match?
Yeah, I think he's asking like
all of them.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I haven't really watched as much of the WWE product ever since a certain lawsuit came about.
Well, to be fair,
To be fair,
it's no longer him.
I know, and I have watched a few things. Like I've been keeping up on the Wyatt thing just because it's creepy.
It's rad.
And I liked Bray Wyatt, and
Same.
I was very sad when he went because he was different. He was, kind of like you have those certain guys that take a gimmick and they take it to the next level, like The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan back in his day, because wrestling was totally different then. Hulk Hogan, then you got The Undertaker, then you've got Triple H and Randy Orton and John Cena. And I might not like all these characters,
Yeah,
but these guys took it up to a level and changed it somewhat. I mean,
so for the record, it's Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens.
Cody will win.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Gunther and Randy Orton.
And I think Gunther will keep it just because he's just got it. I think they're going to make Orton chase it a little more.
Yeah, well, they also had him hurt his knee.
Yeah.
The last episode. So then there's a mixed tag team match. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dom and Liv.
Daddy and Liv.
I think they're going to have...
I hate it when mommy and daddy fight.
Right. I think they're actually going to have Dom and Liv win.
Yeah, just to keep it going.
Yeah, because there's no way that they're going to have her come back immediately.
Yeah, they'll do something to cheat.
Yeah.
The rest of Judgment Day will get involved. Something will happen.
Oh, yeah. And then CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre strap match. I have no clue where I stand on that one.
I know that's a good one because I know that they've gone back and forth already.
There's a picture from Drew taking off his belt to hit CM Punk, and CM Punk grabbed the belt and went after him.
That's funny.
And his back was all tore up afterwards. And I'm like, oh. At first I thought it was going to be fake blood. And I'm like, that ain't fake blood.
I don't know. That one's a good one. I guess I would probably McIntyre.
I feel like maybe it might be CM Punk.
Yeah.
Only because they've kind of been going back and forth.
Right. And I just threw out that one just because I thought maybe it's his turn now.
Well, he won the last one.
Okay. So, yeah.
And so I'm thinking maybe CM Punk. I don't know. Where's Hexus tonight? Out shit talking trolls? Possibly.
Most likely.
So Damian Priest and Rhea or Dominic and Liv. I think they're going to do Dominic and Liv.
Yeah, just to keep the story going more.
Hi, Nadine!
Hi, Nadine.
Love the Wyatt Six. Yes. Yes. That whole storyline. There are things that they're tugging at my heartstrings throughout the whole thing.
They're blending reality and kayfabe very well.
I'm really digging this too, how they're doing that, the blend of kayfabe and reality. I don't know if you heard it, maybe Tony heard it, but when Drew came out and was talking to CM Punk, when CM Punk proposed the strap match, he called his wife April instead of AJ.
Well, that is her name, isn't it?
It is, but
Yeah.
everyone knows her as AJ.
Well, but she's been out for 10 years now, and I don't think she's coming back.
They've hinted that she might come back in some capacity, but probably not wrestling.
Right. I know she's probably more upset about the letter at the wedding than Phil was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Drew's going to win. Okay. And then I'm going to ask Bo Dallas if I can join them.
That's right.
I mean, they need a 6th person. They're still at 5. But to be fair, it's SICKS.
Right. They're sick. Like all of us. Because why do we hunt? To scare people.
Yes. And seeing
To
that
get
Breeze
that
is
reaction.
back.
Right. To get that reaction, whether they scream, whether they cry, whether they faint.
Or even laugh.
Right. They piss themselves, shit themselves. I've had them do both.
See, the best I've gotten was someone peeing themselves.
Yeah.
I'm pretty glad no one shit themselves around me.
It's not my problem. They're the ones that have to wear it.
I don't want to smell it.
They're out my room.
But, I mean, that's the joy of it all, though. We get to have fun.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, the people coming through, y'all asked for it.
Yeah, you paid the price.
Literally.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, there's the chicken door. Okay. And I'll say that too. I'll, in character, be like, don't like it? There's the exit, chicken. You get this masked character with a knife clucking at you. And even if somebody laughs at you, you can usually feed off of that too and turn it around and laugh with them or laugh at them.
That's usually what I end up doing if they laugh.
Yeah.
Because I pull off I don't mean to, but the best way I could describe it is the baby zombie laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll just start laughing at them like that in their face.
Yeah, I would. I start laughing with them. And if they try to be insulting, then I throw it right back. Oh, the little wiener man thinks he's a big guy. He wants to play with the big dogs.
You know,
oh, him's cute. Did you think of that all by yourself?
my brain stopped because I saw the whole thing Twisted's going to be at the gathering next year. I heard it was just a shit show this year.
That's what I've heard too. Like
everybody that I've seen that's gone. But I mean, that'd be cool for Twisted to be there next year.
Yeah.
How many times has someone swung on you?
Twice.
If any. Hi.
Twice. Yes.
Now, did they connect or did you get out of the way?
First time I got out of the way. The second time I just put my blade up. It's not sharp.
Yeah.
I basically use a roofing hammer that they have the axe on the end.
Oh, okay.
And I just put it up, and when he went to swing, he hit that with the inside of his arm instead of me.
Haha.
I was like, I bet that didn't feel good, did it? Scary.
Exactly.
But that's only happened twice. And I had one dude getting threatening. I was like, look, you're the one that paid to be scared. If you're going to be a little bitch about it, then leave. I said it just like that. I don't care. And I told Mike, the guy was an adult. I said that to him. If you're going to be a little bitch and try to threaten people, just get the hell out.
Absolutely.
Or get money back. No. No refund.
Do not give him the money back. No.
No refund.
If he's threatening people.
Right.
I feel like the only way that you give the money back is like some kind of medical emergency just happened.
Right. But
You know.
Right.
And even then, just be like, hey, I'll give you another ticket.
Yeah. Bring in a can of food, because that's another thing that we do. I do want to mention at Sinister Sydney is when I'm not sure what the ticket prices are this year. I want to say 15 a person. I could be wrong. I'll have to look at it. But if you bring in a can of food, you can get money off of that price. And then we collect all of that food for the local food bank. Which was another reason that pulled me to working with them, because I don't like talk about it a lot, but I do a lot of charity stuff. Not just with the Woofman stuff, because we've done a lot of blood drives, but with Sinister Sydney as well. Sleep well, and as Doc would say, have a nightmare with the monster of your choice.
Yes.
But they do a canned food drive every year. Sanguinary, we've done numerous blood drives. The other stuff that I'd sent you of the Stormtrooper, man, what? The Stormtrooper and Mandalorian stuff, that's another group that I work with occasionally where we dress up in Star Wars. But yeah, but we're not the 501st.
Oh, yeah. Well,
we'll do like parties, and like one of the Joker photos I sent you was from a public library for reading day. And they were like, I kept scaring these one girls because they were like, he looks so creepy, and looking.
It wasn't
like,
this one.
Nope, that was at a con, but it's the same character.
Okay. I think one of the ones I couldn't get to be clearer.
That might be, and that's fine. But that's one of the things that drew me to Sinister Sydney. And then they also do another charity, and Mom's going to kick my butt. I can't remember it. I do know it's something to do with. It's something with animals. I cannot remember now. Oh, yeah. That was actually not that long ago.
I still think of, I'm a Mog. I'm my own best friend.
I have gotten so many funny things wearing this. People say, oh, are you Teen Wolf? No, I'm a wolf man. And they'll be like, a werewolf. Everybody always say, a werewolf. They're like, where? Yeah. I'm not a werewolf. I'm a wolf man. Wolf is laziest.
There you go.
With the road runner. But I cannot remember what it was, but we are one of the few haunts that actually use actual corpses and actually has a cemetery.
Yes.
A real cemetery.
I do remember that.
Now it is a pet cemetery.
Even better.
But there's Hillbilly Holler. See, back to that again.
Back to that holler.
In Hillbilly Holler, they've got last year they put, I want to say it was a coyote on top of a cage, and by the time haunt season started, it had melted through the cage.
Oh God, I think I heard about that actually.
It was a lovely, lovely aroma.
We do have a story from Odd Mother.
Okay.
About a family member, which it's one of our episodes actually, but there was one of her family members that ended up in a haunted house. I think in Long Beach somehow. I could be wrong. Could have been Long Island. There's a Long in there somewhere. They all thought it was a dummy, a prop, but it was a mummified person.
Oh.
And he was related to Odd Mother.
Oh, wow.
Distantly, but.
And then one of our haunt actors, Cody, hit a beaver on his way home because he lives in northwest Missouri. So he threw it in the back of the truck, and the next day it ended up in the bathtub in Hillbilly Holler, and it's been there ever since. So yeah, you walk through there, and it's very pungent.
Yeah. I've dealt with a few dead animals in my own time, and
no, usually it's like I open the gate and I go,
yeah,
and then run through and go up to the just past it I know where the safe zone is.
Oh God.
And I believe he's got a horse skeleton there too, a real one.
Oh, that's rad.
And I do know that one of the things that Michaela, his daughter, made last year was a dragon-looking skeleton, and she used real bones from like deer or whatever we found.
Oh, hell yeah. That's really rad.
So yeah, it's unique in its own way, and I mean, it's a haunted trail, not a house. So
yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, we went to the Museum of Death. Oh, have a good night, Tony. Thank you for stopping in.
Bye, Tony.
We went to the Museum of Death at their new location in LA. And I've been there before at like their older location. I'd been a few times. But this year, or last year rather, around this time actually, we went and we got to see different skeletons and skulls that maybe like I had never seen before, some of them.
Yeah.
The giraffe was interesting.
That would be.
The big ass giraffe skull was really cool.
So speaking of giraffes, I wonder how long it takes for them to vomit.
Have a good night. Okay, hold on. I spelled giraffe wrong, but you guys get the point. It's the fourth question down. 15 minutes.
Wow. Did you imagine that?
Oh, God. I don't like puking. It doesn't gross me out, but I just don't like puking. It hurts. It sucks.
Who does?
I feel like there's some out there that might, but you never know people's kinks.
Skippy Manwood.
Skippy Manwood, damn it. But oh God, can you imagine 15 minutes for it all to come, or for it to come up at all?
Yeah. And that's not including like the post game action. Where you're just spitting it all out.
Oh God. Poor drafts. With that, I really appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
Oh, it's been a blast. I've had it fun.
It's been awesome. I'm really stoked. Guys, so again, Sinister Sydney. We know a few people there. Now we know more.
Yeah.
Go check them out if you're in the area. What city?
Sydney, Iowa.
Okay.
We're open every Friday and Saturday in October.
Hell yeah. So Sydney, Iowa. I know it's close to another city, but
It's close to Nebraska City.
Okay.
Nebraska.
I get confused about these things. I should have known Sydney.
But I mean, really, there are a bunch of little small towns out in the middle of nowhere. So if you're not familiar with it, I mean, it'd be like you telling me like Irvine. The only reason I know that is because my other California friend lives in Irvine.
Do they work at Blizzard?
No.
Oh.
He was the one I was talking about. It's like, hey, where do you work at haunting?
Oh, okay. Yeah. There are some in Irvine and Tustin, like that area, by the way.
Yeah, I told him, but he may or may not.
It's not, I mean, don't get me wrong. My haunt's awesome. It's so much fun to be at. And we're working on it like tomorrow. But it wouldn't be worth him driving from Irvine to Bakersfield.
Right. I mean, a lot of people are surprised that they pull a 120-mile round trip.
Yeah.
Every night. But it's like, you know, when you find the right place,
That's true. That's true.
And for now, this is the right place. Is it the right place forever? Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe not. But it's right for now. And I know that there's plenty of people down there that not only are great actors in their own right, but also support everybody else as we do. You know, the whole Terror Trinity thing.
I love that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and the great part is November 1st and November 2nd. All the actors that are available are coming from Sydney, Sinister Sydney, from Madness, and from Eagle, all to Eagle, their Eagle Hollow. Circle again.
Circled around.
Eagle Hollow scare park, and we're gonna have just a big blast. Mainly, it's for us to blow off steam at the end of the night. But like, for example, it was like they're used to 100 actors; they had 400 last year. She's like, I don't know where to put everybody. And the butcher actually got a voice last year.
Oh,
I was in a room with the hallway that had a thing where you touch it and spark. So people walked by. What was it I was saying? It wasn't Sparky. Zappy. Zappy. Going almost psychotic on it, shaking on it, and making the sparks go. And yeah, it was fun. Just stepping outside my normal, what I do with that character. I'm looking forward to that one.
I really feel like it's a lot of fun when you get a little bit of electricity involved, because all of us don't want to get shocked.
Right.
Even if we're the ones playing with it, we don't want to get shocked. Okay.
Right.
And so like, that's one of the things with 17th Door over here that gets me every fucking time. I got shocked in the asshole last year.
So I should take care of the hemorrhoid problem. So
God,
I think the best one that got me was the first time I went to, I cannot remember the name of it. It was one we used to go to all the time. It might be Haunted Hollow. Might be the name of it. Circling around again.
She did.
There was. You're walking through this house, and then all of a sudden, the front part of a '57 Chevy comes roaring out with the hood and the lights and the horn. It's like, oh, that one got me.
They did that 2 years ago at 17th Door as well.
Yeah.
And so they had you go, there was a homeless guy, right? And you're sitting next to a dumpster, and he has his house all set up, and he pours vinegar on your hands. And he was like, just come here, come sit down. And as you're sitting there, you realize that your back is to a guardrail. And all of a sudden his house opens up and the truck flies at you, and I flew across the fucking room. I was like, fuck this shit. And Hexus is looking at me going, you already knew about this. Fuck this.
I forgot. But I mean, that's the great thing about a good scare is, like, if it's done right, it's gonna get you.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it
like,
was great.
There was this one in Indianapolis called Necropolis.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, and there was one that got me there too. It was just a pop out. I don't even remember what it was, but it's like, just because even though I haven't been haunting for very long, it was always kind of hard to get me.
Yeah.
Like, to scare me, because I've always been the weird kid. You
Same.
know? Yeah, right. And like,
Till. Sorry I'm late. I got pregnant.
It happens, Till.
Were you walking your fish?
Giving the cat a bath. But there was this one time, and even as a kid, like little kid, I would watch scary movies and like go out and have to take care of the dogs and go outside. It never bothered me.
Dolls got me.
Nothing ever got me except for one time. I just finished watching Critters. And Mom's like, all right, go out and make sure the dogs are okay. Go shut down the power in the garage.
No.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm outside. I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm wearing shorts. All of a sudden, I feel something furry run across my leg, and I about shit myself. It was the neighbor's puppy that was out.
Oh!
So my mom thought that was hilarious.
The movie Dolls.
Yeah.
As an adult, I've watched it and I'm like, what the fuck was I afraid of? But as a kid, that guillotine scene,
Yeah.
that was it.
For me,
All
it's always
dolls.
been Bette Midler.
Well, yeah, that's terrifying as it is. Sarah Jessica Parker. Ah!
Is that right? She looks like a foot.
Thank you. You knew where I was going with this.
Yep.
They let her on TV and her face looks like a foot. damn it. At one point, that was the beauty standard.
Isn't that insane?
Like, that was the beauty standard at one point.
Well, see, the Wolfman's rules for a good life is just be yourself and be happy with who you are.
Absolutely.
And if anybody doesn't like that, well, tell them to fuck off and move on.
Exactly. I mean, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. Sarah Jessica Parker has done well for herself, and I was just quoting Family Guy, but
right.
But still, I mean, I just like do what I like. I mean, for fuck's sake, I have.
Right. I think it's awesome. Are you happy with it?
I am.
Then that's all that matters. Does the hubby like it?
I think so.
Then that's all that matters. And even if he doesn't, say, too bad, and whip him with it.
He likes them when they're all black, I think. But right now I'm going for the whole typo negative thing.
Right. And see if you get a green screen. Your hair will blend in. It'll blend in.
Then it's going to kind of be like anime where I have the few black streaks that hang down, long ones, and then it's going to look like it's a bob.
Or you were saying how you looked when you moved to Tennessee. When I first moved out here, I was in a little town called Pacific Junction, Iowa. And
That's tiny.
Yeah. Maybe 1,000 people as well. I mean, tiny.
Oh, gosh.
Tiny. So I'm this long-haired dude that's got a vampire red stripe running down the back of his head, or the middle of my hair, leather jacket, chain wallet. And it's like I literally like was walking into town one day and it was like a trash bag was rolling. It looked like a tumbleweed. I'm just like, oh God, what did I do?
See, that's usually what I call the ghetto tumbleweed, but we actually have tumbleweeds. So
Right.
We have tumbleweeds everywhere out here. I've been meaning to send one to Oddmother.
Send one device all the way to Scotland.
I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to keep it intact. Like, do I need to get a tiny tumbleweed? Do I need to get them while they're still green? Should I bronze it?
Yeah, shellac it.
Just dip it in like some kind of resin. I didn't specify which resin.
Bondo.
I accidentally made napalm.
Again.
What the fuck? Okay, I actually did accidentally make napalm at one point. I was screwing around pouring gasoline on top of
Watching too much of a certain movie.
I shouldn't say it. No, actually the funny part is I realized it melted that certain product, so I'm not gonna get in trouble and take it off Facebook.
Right.
And so I was like,
don't make napalm. Don't make napalm, kids. It's
yes,
bad,
don't make
okay?
napalm. Bad. Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't
if you
set
make
things on fire.
napalm, you're bad. Okay.
That was too perfect. Way too perfect.
Oh, I was in radio years and years ago, and I would do voices all the time. It was just a way to blow off steam.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, let me tell you something right now. I did not have sex with that woman. She just freed Willie.
She just freed Willie.
Which was funnier back then because Free Willy was a movie.
But still.
Yeah.
For those of us who remember.
I always like was it the Family Guy or American Dad where he's like, jump, and right on top.
I'm still remember. What was it? I think it was American Dad when they had W. And he's all doing the skull and bones.
That's another one I like is American Dad and Haley.
Yeah. Roger's awesome.
Because was Roger's voice is based off of oh God, what is the guy's? It was just on the tip of my head. Uncle Arthur from Bewitched, Paul Lynde.
Yes.
And I've seen some of his other comedy as well. He had a Halloween special where Kiss was on it, and Witchy Pooh showed up in the Wicked Witch of the West. That dude was funny. He was and his innuendos, it's like you knew he was gay, but you didn't care because the way he approached it was funny. At least that's how I felt.
I mean, yeah.
Not that I cared anyway as a 5-year-old kid. I mean,
true.
I don't care now either. Whoever you love is who you love. But just like some of the things that he would say, especially like on Hollywood Squares, when they would ask him, "Oh, what's a good use for lube?" You really want me to answer that, Alex?
They're all, okay.
How about no?
Touche.
It's funny though, because like seeing cartoons and stuff, especially from my youth, they used a lot of voices that I didn't realize at the time. Like a few weeks ago, actually, it was this past weekend, maybe I was watching a little bit of the old cartoon Mask.
Oh, wow.
It was a mid-'80s cartoon where they had like little vehicles that, like, there was a Jeep that turned into a boat. And they had like these helmets that had like special powers or whatever.
It was around the Transformers craze, and everybody was trying to do something similar too.
Right. And like they had a good guy team and a bad guy team. And like one of the bad guys on there, I didn't realize it at a time, but he was always talking like this. It was a really bad Jack Nicholson. Because, it's like, Danny, take your goddamn medicine, Danny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like there was another one, I vaguely remember it. It was a Native American guy that he was like a sheriff on a futuristic world. That's all I remember of it. And like one of the main bad guys, he sounded like Johnny Cash.
Okay.
Like a bastard. He would always be like, "Lone Star, we're coming to get you."
I remember that shit.
Yeah. Some weird Fox afternoon cartoon or Fox Saturday morning cartoon or whatever. I think my brother's close to your age, so I watched a lot of the same stuff with him.
I'm over here going, I remember finding out that Frank Welker was Nibbler.
Frank Welker has done a lot of stuff.
He does a lot of creature sounds.
He's been Nibbler, Slimer. He's also Fred on Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
And he also did Ray on The Real Ghostbusters.
Okay, yeah.
And I mean, he's been working since like the late 60s.
I was going to say, we all know Megatron.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I learned some of the voices that he did, one, it made me giggle because I mean, him being Nibbler is just hilarious.
Nibbler.
And then Nibbler speaking voice too, not just
yeah, he does both of them. Hello, humans.
And the other one that I thought was interesting, I actually met him, Greg Berger. He's Grimlock.
Oh, okay.
But he's also Corn-Fed Pig. And the Grumble.
Nice.
And I was at a BotCon, and I'm supposed to be like, yeah, Transformers. But I saw the Grumble. And I was like, do the voice. Do the voice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was like that. Yeah, there are. I'm like, do it.
I got to meet and interview Billy West. It's on the Creature Feature TikTok, creaturefeaturetv.com at TikTok. Did that on purpose.
Nice.
Doc actually interviewed him, but I got to talk with him too. And he actually taught me how to do some voices. I was like, yeah, I do a few. He's like, what do you got? I was like, good news, everyone. He's like, that's not bad. He goes, but you need a little more Aubrey Hepburn in it and shake a little bit. Good news, everyone. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Farnsworth. And he taught me that. I was like, oh, okay. And then I found out not only, he did both Ren and then later Stimpy as well, or vice versa, whichever it worked out that he had to do both. I can't remember now. He's also the Red M&M.
That's funny.
And then I can't remember the guy's name now, but he played the publisher on Spider-Man, J. Jonah Jameson.
Yes.
He's the yellow M&M. Santa? But I actually got to sit and talk with Billy West, a very interesting gentleman. I've interviewed Lauren Tom as well. For those that don't know, she was Ross's girlfriend on season 1 of Friends. And then her main voice is Amy off of Futurama. And Mindy, whatever their last name is, and Khan Jr. off of King of the Hill. She does the daughter, the mom and the daughter, the next door
Mindy
neighbor.
and Buttons?
No.
Okay.
Khan Jr., the Bobby's girlfriend.
Ming.
Yeah.
Or Min. Min.
Yeah, I said Mindy. My
Super
bad.
Super Newsome Foam.
Yeah, themins. She played both of them. And I was like, yeah, I can do some of those too. She's like, what do you got? I was like, oh, I'll tell you what, that Bobby, he ain't right. Hanging out with that girl all the time and always doing that comedy. And she's like, oh, you sound like Hank Hill, with the wife of Peggy Hill with the big fat feet.
Yes. I would have been fangirling the fuck out of that one.
Oh, I was. She was really cool. Just very kind and talking, and we talked about some stuff. Same with Billy West. And I was like, so who do I talk to about doing voices? He's like, well, you need to get an agent. It's like, you know one? He's like, nope.
No, I do not.
No, you're not going to come and take my bit. I've met Jake the Snake. I've interviewed him before. He was pretty fun.
Oh, shit.
What?
I think it's this Friday that Mick Foley's going to be in town.
I've met Mick Foley. He was super nice, but somebody at our show, he said something about a local wrestling promotion. Somebody went, boo. And Mick Foley stopped, and at the beginning of his shows, he goes, I only drop one F-bomb per show. So, and he pointed to the local radio person and said, you keep track or whatever. And he's going through with this talking and stuff, and he says, like, I think it's Magnum Pro or whatever, or Midwest Atlantic, whatever. Well, I don't know, but somebody's boo. He stops and he goes, why did you do that? He goes, it's fucking rude.
There you go.
And he looked at the person and says, that doesn't count for his one F-bomb per show. And he goes, you just need to be quiet or leave now. And it turned out that one of my good friends, or not good friends, but one of my friends, he was with that guy that night, and he was so bummed because he wanted to get Mick's autograph.
Aww.
But after that, he was like, I'm not going up there.
He's like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Hey! Pops, we were just talking about you. How was your premiere?
How did that go?
We were talking about that earlier.
I was bummed I didn't know about it until we started because, like...
I probably would have gone.
Great movie.
Awesome sauce.
I'm happy. I can't wait to see it. So that means, like, you're going to have to send it to me or something. Somehow. I'll pay you. Pay you guys. Pay all of you. I don't know.
Should send the monies.
I'll send the monies. God. But yeah. I think I need a hot dog. It's in the theaters. All right, cool. What's it called again?
I want to say Stream.
I gotta know before. Stream. Okay.
Yeah, I was right. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see here. Stream movie.
Which movie would you like to stream?
Right. In theaters.
Stream the movie.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no, this is No. Nope. Not gonna. It's not happening because I put stream movies.
Now it's you can go to Fubu.
AMC. Oh, okay. We got an AMC.
I'm gonna have to go see that Saturday mornings.
I know. Now I'm gonna have to. We definitely got to go see this.
Yeah.
We haven't even got to see Deadpool yet.
You know, anymore, unless it's a movie I really, really want to see, or it's a Star Wars movie that looks halfway decent, I don't go to the theater.
We usually try to go for like something like this, like Deadpool. We would definitely usually go for
Right.
Godzilla, anything Godzilla.
Okay.
Then if there's a good horror movie, like The Black Phone, that one was really good in theaters. I had been looking forward to it for a while, and it didn't disappoint. But usually I end up waiting for most of them to come on video or streaming services because
One of the millions of streaming services that I pay for.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, dude, there's like when all the Marvel movies was coming out, the missus likes those, so we would go and see those.
Babezilla and the Cyber Skanks.
Oh yes, that is
Babezilla versus the Cyber Snake.
that is a
Skanks.
Hot Job Productions film. I actually did some prop work for the first film. We hadn't even talked about any of that.
Oh wow, yeah.
When we first started Creature Feature, we had different sets. Well, then we decided to move. I can't remember where we were moving to, but Doc made these sets to look like the lab. We totally changed it. Well, I ended up having him in my garage for about 3 months and painted each brick by hand and mixed paint to make bricks look different and make it look more realistic. Like you had a red one and a super red one and a red that had a little black in it and a red that wasn't quite as red. And then maybe a gray one, you know, just how bricks are. And then hand painted all the mortar in between them. The reason he had me do that was because I was going through this phase where I'd buy water guns or Star Wars pistols and paint them up to use for cosplay. And AJ, who is the owner of Hojob Production, yes, that one.
Hojbob?
Yes, he sent out something asking if anybody had a rifle that was not real, but that we could use. I was like, well, I've got this Nerf long shot that I painted to look like a real gun. It looks like something at a Starship Troopers. He came over. He's like, yeah. And so then my rifle was Babezilla's primary weapon for the first movie.
Hell yes.
And then when they started filming this one, I was like, do you need another? I could come up with another weapon if we need one. He's like, nope. She has a new superpower. Now, I will not say what it is, but it's hilarious. And you'll see after next Thursday.
Damn it.
Do you have trauma vision?
Oh, no, but I do watch a ton of trauma movies.
Oh, because he actually has a film on there, Attack of the 50-Foot Sphincter.
My favorite is still Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD.
That sounds funny.
That's probably my favorite trauma movie ever.
No, he does that one, and then of course the Babezilla.
That was fun to watch them do.
I'm sure it was.
You know, out of context there, that was fun to watch, or was fun to watch them do it.
Well, he's probably not too far off because the principal star is an adult film actress as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
And the first one had plenty of nudity. I mean, the opening credits was her dancing, and she didn't have any britches on.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
Oh God, there was a movie. I will find it eventually. Oh, that's what it was.
What?
God, what was it called? What was it called? Return to Fart Lake. That's what it was. Return to Fart Lake.
Fart Lake.
It is worse acting than Trauma has ever tried to do.
Mm.
But it's like intentionally awful.
Right. And AJs are like that too, but most of the actors that he uses are actually pretty decent actors.
Oh, I'm sure these people are actually great actors, but they were doing like intentionally, hilariously over the top bad.
Yeah.
And I was just laughing the entire time because it was so bad, but so good.
We had a guy that he decided, and this is a newer episode, I'm not even sure if it aired yet. No, Michaela and you were in it? In the second one? Yeah, I think I remember that. Seeing the filming for that. One of the guys is intentionally looking at the not cue card, but that's basically what we use it for, the monitor that had the script on it, and it was like intentionally reading it on purpose, just like you said, just for that.
Oh, I love that. I love it. Like, there's one girl, she was like, I'm an actress. And everything she did was super, super in your face.
I'm not
hands all over the place. And then she'd do like that 20s style speak. Like the over the top.
Come on down to Sinister City.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
13.
And then there's the redneck hillbilly guy. They ask him for gas. He offers to pee in their gas tank. And would you believe that since it's returned to Fart Lake, there was an original Fart Lake?
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, it's worth it. It's a good movie. It's absolutely just not even a B movie.
Babezilla versus the Zombie Horde 2022. That was the other one.
Nice.
I wasn't in any of the filming, but like I said, I did a prop for it. Most of my stuff I do other than this would be behind the scenes, and it's not because I don't want to. It's just sometimes I haven't like put myself out there for it either.
I get that.
Yeah, and it's like if something comes along, then yeah, I had a friend of mine who does local movies said, hey, I've got a film idea. Okay, then COVID hit. We haven't really talked about it. I asked, hey, is that still on? He goes, maybe. It's like, okay. And then he had another idea for another one that he actually sent me a script for that I was reading, and it would have been something a little bit different as well.
Nice.
I try to diversify his acting. I mean, I was saying earlier when I first came to Sydney, it's like, okay, this is the character. What is his deal? What is he going to do?
What is his motivation?
Right. And then I started getting people scared really easily. And it was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. And even my girlfriend's like, I think you found your calling.
Right.
And see, and Mike missed all the love I was showing them earlier as well.
I know, right? But he's here now.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I want a hot dog. Hot
dog. Hot dog.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
Which is funny because the channel I have my TV on is called Laugh TV. And they do one where it's, let's go watch a laugh movie. Let's go watch. And it's the letters spelling laugh, ALFF. And they're all like different characteristics. And they're all like,
yes.
That's not a blatant ripoff.
I mean, how long ago was that?
At least the 60s, I would think. Maybe even the 50s.
I've seen a couple times where they've kind of revamped it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same by any means. But they've revamped it a few times. They've put it in there and do the whole let's all go to the lobby, all that stuff. But I always like the spoofs on it.
Yeah.
I really do. Because it's all nostalgia. It makes you all happy because you're like, I get it.
Yeah. Just like on the Demolition Man when they have the commercials as the only music. Or is that Judge Dredd? It's one of the two.
It might have been.
I think it was Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd, actually.
Yeah, Yeah, because it was Sandra Bullock and she was singing the Oscar Mayer song. It's number 1.
Oh my God. All right. Alrighty. Well, I really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, and
We definitely need to do part 2.
yeah, anytime.
So we're definitely... So guys, head over to creaturefeaturetv.com. There's also creaturefeaturetv.com
At TikTok.
at TikTok. And you have an Instagram one too?
No.
No, okay.
But we do have, if you're wanting to get a hold of somebody for the show, there are links at the website. We have a Facebook page as well, Dr. Sanguinary's Creature Feature.
Nice.
I have my own Facebook page as well, Larry the Wolfman.
Yes.
And usually they any announcements, our manager posts everything on everybody's. He has control of them as well. So like when we have a new episode, like he'll usually come up with something funny like, oh, it's Sunday again, and that means you have to get grandma's ashes vacuumed back into her urn, or something like that. Just something off the wall and funny. And then one time it was like, well, it's Sunday again, and I'm not feeling very creative, so here's your next episode. He, like I said, he changes them at 5 a.m. on Central Time on Sunday. I don't know how he does it. Or 6 a.m., one of the two. It's like,
I don't like getting up early.
Any merch. There's also character links, and there's actually a baby picture of me on there.
Aww.
But you have to look for it. I'm not going to tell you where it is.
Aww.
You'll know because it's got the butterfly collar from the 70s.
Nice. Hell yeah.
But yes, thank you for having me on. I do appreciate it. And like I said, anytime.
Of course.
Just follow our stuff, please. So Doc will say, it's about time you did something.
Well, guys, with that, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for everyone who stayed and watched us tonight. Really appreciate it. Next week, we have Vice Versa on. And so that, yeah, get out the fuck counters. I mean,
it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be a fun one. Who knows what kind of fizzy juice we'll both be drinking? More than likely, Iron Brew. We might have cake. Who knows? So yes, join us. And this kicked off the season. We are scheduled through January 15th.
Wow.
So stay tuned every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And thank you. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
I don't know, set the world I was lost,